Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the very first episode of LFG's Mission Control, also known as the pilot. Get it? Get it? Aneeda, how are you feeling today? How are you doing?
I'm good. Welcome, everyone. It's so nice to be back. We've been waiting to get all this news out to you guys for a very long time. So, welcome to episode 1. We are super excited to be here. And guess who we have today? I know I can't hear you guys, but there we are.
I'd like to take a guess, please.
You there, the bandit of chairs.
Hello. How y'all doing?
And now we have Grulanius, and we have the one and only BitBender.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. How are we doing today? I'm very happy to be coming to you from a little hotel room in Vietnam right now. But, it's 5 in the morning, but I just had to get on to talk because there's a lot of stuff to go over today.
So much.
We made them. You're welcome.
Yeah, they did. They're like, Jason, you need to be here at this time. I'm like, that's 4:30 in the morning. They're like, fine, we'll do 5. Hopefully pretty soon I will actually be in a place where I will consistently be able to stream and whatnot, and I won't be doing this from my phone, which is spectacularly craptastic. And all of that, but it is what it is for the time being. And once everything is all set up within the next month, then I'll be able to do this super regularly with the normal quality and whatnot that you guys have come to expect, and all of that. And hopefully my internet holds up because, again, crappy hotel, Vietnam, all of that. These don't always work out beautifully.
I'm sure it will work out.
If it doesn't, we'll come find you. The people need to know their news.
They do need to know their news. They do need to know their news. I'm not gonna mess up the run of show though. So I'm gonna shut up and we'll go from there. You guys take it away. You're the boss.
Let's get started.
Okie dokie. So today on the docket, we have the general overview of LFG and what we do and who we are, with Jason, with Levi, and with Gorlanius. Next up after that, we have LFG Node Dashboard, we have Flipit, we have Nemesis Downfall, we have Valley, and we have Magneto HR. So,
lots to
Levi.
cover today, so let's get started.
There it is. Yeah. Levi, Jeff, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What have y'all been working on? What do y'all do at LFG?
Who wants to go first?
Oh no. Maybe we should rock, paper, scissors it.
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Watch. You delayed. Hi, I'm Jeff. I do things. Is that good?
That was.
Oh no, it's not.
Let's expound.
Please elaborate. What other things do you do other than other things and things?
I go around and I talk to
Stuff. He
people.
also does stuff. He does a lot of stuff in addition to the things. Yeah.
Yeah. And one of my favorite things is also annoying Jason. A lot.
He does.
I think that's most of us.
Yeah. Just nonstop. Ping, 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 ping. Hey, are you there? Are you there? Is this done yet? No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I go around, I travel and talk to people and tell them about LFG. I look for great projects out there and see how valuable they would be to all of you. That's pretty much it.
Sounds like overglorified gatekeeping, if you're asking me, but
So I'm going to ask the fun questions of what exciting projects can you share with us that might be potentials?
What are you putting it all on me for? No.
I mean, you're the guy that goes around and talks to people about stuff, right?
Indeed. There's a lot of great projects coming around. One of the ones that I'm extremely excited for right now is actually one that we just started the node sale for not too long ago called Flipit. It's basically the new back page of the internet where it doesn't matter what website you go to, you can flip the back and see all the reviews and comments on it. One of my favorite use cases for it is going to one of those scammer websites that are spoofing someone and being able to go there and flip the page and go, oh yeah, it's a scam. Everyone here is saying it's a scam, and they can't do anything about it because they have no control over it.
It's the worst nightmare.
Indeed.
Truth is their worst nightmare. Sounds good to me.
All right, I suppose I'll jump in next. I'm Levi, or Chair Bandit. Most of you probably know me. If you don't, hello and welcome. I am also a doer of things and stuff and other assortments around here. Primarily, I like to help out with tokenomics, with kind of advising projects on how to do things properly, because not everybody that talks to LFG knows Web3. So that's kind of our bread and butter. We know what we're talking about. We can help kind of guide them to enter the Web3 market, so to speak. So there's a lot of advising going on there, talking what can we do, brainstorming, all that fun stuff. And probably my favorite thing would be games-related stuff. We've got Nemesis Downfall. I believe they have a node sale going on right now as well. Probably Mark will get some gameplay going there on that soon.
Yep, yeah, in a bit.
Definitely.
We're working, and I'll try not to overshare here, but we're waiting on a few things from the ND team, and once we have those few things, we'll be able to start regular streams, just highlighting more of their gameplay, what the game looks like, how it works, etc., etc. But once we do get that, there will be plenty.
Yeah. And I'm going to leak a little bit of something here that folks might not know about, but in our spare time, what little there is, Joelric and I have been working on a fun little incremental game. We're getting very close to having something I'm comfortable with putting out there as a public beta, so y'all can play with it, break it, yell at us, tell us what you love, tell us what you hate, and we can iterate and actually listen to the community as we develop that. So very, very excited for that. And I think that'll do it for me. Jason, what do you do?
I mean nothing. I do absolutely nothing. I don't know what I only work here. Before I talk about what I do, I want to just kind of double tap on what you guys do a little bit, because you're being far too modest. For starters, let's talk a little bit about what you used to do. Jeff, working with me very closely at when we were all at Gala, was one of the main people for talking to exchanges and market makers and people like that. He probably has the best network of exchange relationships of anybody I've ever met, and you can walk into any crypto event and have any exchange, and basically any of their business development or management probably knows him, which is a really cool thing to be able to say. And Chair Bandit works very, very diligently on the game-related content. He's one of the people that when we have a new game that wants to work with LFG in some capacity, I know without a doubt that I can stick him on a call. In fact, we have a call coming up later today that I may not be able to make it to. You may need to cover that one because I've got some stuff going on here. But he's one of the people that I can always put front and center in dealing with people because he understands tokenomics, he understands good gameplay, and he understands what players want. And that's one of the really important things is that we all have to remember is that we're here building games. Not we build games. We don't typically build games, although they are building a game. I don't build games. Games are about creating something that is delightful to the player. If it's not delightful to the player, then it sucks and you shouldn't play it. And so, he understands that, and he's very quick to, what's the phrase I'm looking for here? Short circuit the bullshit. If you have somebody that is trying to put crappy loops or bad tokenomics into something that is just from a what would be really great is if we could just, sell more crap to people. He short circuits that pretty hard, which I like, because it's all about, building awesome, great stuff. In terms of me and what I do, right now I am currently, as I said, in Vietnam. I'm here working on a bunch of different things. We have a deep end project that is, I think, people are really going to like, because it's something that is going to make it possible for everybody to be able to get really nice on-chain uptime tracking and all of that without any sort of difficulties and challenges. We have, you guys have seen the node dashboard. This is tangentially related to that, but it's essentially a company that's going to be making itself available to work with other companies within the ecosystem, and helping with a lot of different bits and pieces. In addition to that, I still do a lot of stuff at events. I'm still, honestly, it's like halfway through October, and I'm still recovering from my absolutely wackadoodle September, where I literally, for the first time in my life, went all the way around the world. I've never done that before. I had always, gone someplace and come back. This is the first time that I went from starting out in Bangkok to, it was Bangkok, Vancouver, Bangkok, Seoul, Vancouver, Miami, Tortola, Miami, Doha, Singapore, Bangkok.
It doesn't get any more ridiculous as I hear it.
It was so silly, man. It was just so ridiculous. By the time I got to Singapore, it was 35 hours, I think it is, to Singapore from Miami, or from I was on Necker Island for an AI thing, which was super cool, by the way. I took the CEO of Osme there, which I know you guys have probably seen. Eric mentioned that in his tweets. Very, very cool tech. They've built some really amazing stuff. We are advising them in some capacities, not all capacities, but in some. They built some really cool tech. So I took him there to the AI thing on Necker with Richard Branson and all of that, which was super freaking cool. Nicest guy ever. But like, just really, really neat. But then getting to Singapore from there, and taking a boat from Necker to Tortola, a little plane from Tortola to Miami, a big plane from Miami to Doha, for like freaking ever. It was the longest goddamn flight. Getting off in Doha, which I've never been to Doha before, wandering around that airport, desperately trying to find somewhere selling headphones because my other ones died. I don't know how people manage to go around the entire planet prior to the existence of Bluetooth headsets and airplanes. Like I know that I am the descendant of people who have crossed oceans and things like that. But it was too much. And then finally getting to my hotel in Singapore and not being able to check in for like 3 hours, and then just like sitting downstairs in the lobby with just like travel ick. And running, I ran into Sebastian from Sandbox down there, and we chatted for a second. I'm like, don't get close to
Don't
me.
come near me.
Oh.
I've got an aura, and it's not pleasant.
Stay away, please, Sebastian, please. Because Sebastian is, as you know, very, very friendly and very, very French. And so just like, stay away, man. You don't want to be anywhere near. This is terrible. But yeah, it was that's what I do. And then I also spend a lot of time in Discord talking to people. You know how that is.
Yes, sir.
Naturally.
With you traveling so much, I gotta ask: do you ever get like tired of the airplane food?
I never eat the airplane food.
Really?
Like I never eat airplane food. No, I don't, because I'm fat. I need less food in my life, generally speaking. And I don't like airplane food just in general. I prefer airport food. Airports, generally speaking, better food. So, I can give you, it's actually really bad because for a while when I was flying through Seattle all the frickin' time, like there are airport bars where people know my name. Like I'd walk into the Mexican one in Seattle, and they'd be like, "Oh, hey, Jason, how you doing?" I'm like, "Dude, this is embarrassing that you know
You become a regular.
I said, like, this isn't fucking Cheers. This is a terminal Mexican food place. This is not. You're not supposed to know my name. This is not okay." But yeah,
Better that than Dippin' Dots, I guess. If it, you know you buy name, you're doing something.
Dippin' Dots. Nice. Dude, I have Dippin' Dots. Do they still do that? Is that still
I
a
don't
thing?
know.
It's still a thing. It's in Canadian malls.
I was thinking of something else, but that's what came to mind, so I just threw it out there.
Dippin' Dots.
I always wanted Dippin' Dots as a kid. Like I remember seeing it and wanting it, and my family being like, no, because
you might actually know this because you didn't grow up, with money either. One of my favorite desserts as a
nice
child.
way to put it.
You get the Capri Suns, you pop them in the freezer, and then you cut the top off and you eat it with a spoon.
Obviously, of course.
I still do that.
And they get it, or you wait until they're not all the way frozen and they got the slushiness going on, and you crunch the ice up.
Good. I don't know how we got here from Dippin' Dots in terminal restaurants, but
no, my mom used to send frozen Capri Suns to school with me, which was always problematic because the damn things never thawed by the time lunch came around. So I'd just be like sitting there. It's
so good.
Terrible.
By the way, moment of silence for Pacific Cooler. They changed the formula. It sucks now. Sorry, Capri Sun, if you see this, change it back.
Oh, but they changed it?
Yeah, it's not. I don't know what they changed it to, but it's not good.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Surprising revelation from Levi and his support for Capri Sun.
Speaking of that, I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah, we were all waiting. We were all waiting.
Everybody went silent. I'm like, shit, I should have had something.
I appreciate it.
Now, so since you dropped that there, I also want to thank everyone who's watching / listening for joining us and for coming along on this crazy adventure. When we started all of this, we weren't entirely sure how this was going to work out. I just knew that it was a thing that needed to happen. There are still things that need to happen that have not happened yet, and I think that we're here because we see this as being this and you guys, the community, as being the reason that all of this stuff exists. So we're here absolutely in service of the community and trying to build something that delivers on what, I guess, on what we all are looking for. So we're here doing this. It's going to take us a while to get where we want to go, but I'm confident that in the long term, I think you're going to be happy with what we have going on. So thank you for following along, and thank you for your patience in this as we sort of grow into things, because we're not a giant company, and we don't have a giant war chest to play with, and so we're being very bootstrappy here, and we appreciate your patience with us in that regard.
100%.
We are scrappy.
We're definitely scrappy.
Just really quickly, I see Tip Crypto's asking about Nephilim Haas and Bobcat. He's not hiding. He's just a little busy right now. I'll try to wrap him into the next one. But he's out there doing the good work.
Yeah, he is. I actually just had a conversation with him yesterday because I have not. He hasn't been as active in Slack as a lot of us have, and so I checked in on him. He was in the process of moving, so he's relocating and doing some of the stuff like that. And I believe he has a small human running around that he has to deal with.
And a dozen at least.
At least a day. He has that show Bodies that he was in was very 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 popular. So it did wonders for his child count. Sorry, it's a total joke, bad one too. But yeah, he's definitely around. So
that's it. Okie dokie. So Aneeda,
and
how do you feel?
By the way, guys, if any of you guys see, we are going to have a question period, I think, here. towards the end of this. So if you have questions in Discord, just hang on to those, and we'll do a sort of roundup of the entire thing towards the end. And with unfortunately, I can't see that because again, I just have my phone, and if I go off of this screen, then the video thingy stops working, and it gets really weird. Plus, then you get to look at me look down at my phone, which is
that's okay.
great.
During Q&A or that time, we will read out the questions to you. So we got you.
We got
perfect.
Okay, doke. So Aneeda, do you want to tell us about the LFG node dashboard?
Heck yeah, let's start with the LFG node dashboard, you guys. Okay, so the LFG node dashboard is currently being tested and it's going to be deployed this week. Exciting. So let's talk about it. All right, so the LFG dashboard is your one-stop shop for managing all things related to your LFG nodes. It provides a comprehensive overview, allowing you to efficiently manage node operations and monitor workloads, and also to track performance with ease. Looks pretty awesome, right? So anyways, currently the dashboard offers several key features, including node software downloads, a daily cycle timer, and a detailed view of all your nodes and networks that they operate on. And so yes, they are chain agnostic after all. So you can also monitor online workloads and the total workloads across the network with even more features planned for future updates. So to check out your LFG node dashboard for yourself, go visit node.lfg.inc today. All right, so let's pass it over to Jason to update for Flipit.
I'm just looking at Aneeda smiling, waiting for it to come back to me. Okay, guys. So Flipit is, I know that there's been a lot of people that are waiting here, and we've been, setting up. Again, it's very difficult for me to do my normal high quality stream shit. So I have not yet done a full AMA on Flipit with Mike. I just went out to lunch with him the other day, and Flipit is progressing beautifully. I believe, Levi, did we start sending those requests out via the API yet today?
It's either I'm shooting for end of day today. So
okay,
hopefully
great. So basically, if you've purchased a Flipit node, you will be getting an invite so that you can begin using Flipit here very shortly, which is something that should have happened a while ago, but there was, and this is honestly partially my fault, there was some miscommunication and things got back and, pushed back and forth, and, questions about, who's doing this, who's doing what between the LFG and the Flipit team. And so that has been resolved. The API is now up and running. So if you purchase a node through LFG, you will automatically, if you enter your email, obviously if you don't enter your email, we have no way of sending you anything. You will automatically receive an email that invites you to come and begin using Flipit. One of the things that I'm hoping that we're going to have up here shortly is a feed that drops into Discord of everything that's happening on Flipit. Probably not in the general channel because that might get a little bit busy. Although we might toss it in there just, for grins so everybody can see it, where, you'll be able to post something and then it will automatically, if somebody posts something on Flipit, it'll automatically drop into the chat so that people can go and see it. I don't think I've actually explained fully why I like Flipit and why I'm involved with Flipit. Flipit is a layer 2 for the entire internet. And when Mike originally came to me, he said, I got this thing and it's a review platform. I was just like, oh, reviews, because I hate reviews. I hate reviews tremendously. My wife always goes and looks at reviews for restaurants and baby toys and things like that. And I always assume that reviews are bullshit. And that's kind of part of the problem, right? Is that reviews are bullshit. If you go buy something off of Amazon, the reviews are very, very rarely, super legitimate reviews. But what really clicked for me with Flipit was when I was playing with the extension, and I flipped over an Ethereum transaction, and I realized I could use Flipit to take notes on a specific transaction. And any transaction I could do that with, any block I could do that with on Ethereum, anything, any web page, anything that is a web page in any way, shape, or form, you can flip over and you can, access the backside of the internet. And the reason that this is important is that consider for just a moment, those of you who have been in blockchain for a very long time will remember some of the earlier exchanges. One of my first exchanges that I really got involved in, way back, this had been like 2016, something like that, was Poloniex. And Polo back in the day had a troll box in the exchange. I don't think they have it anymore. I think they got rid of it. But the troll box was a place where everybody could just talk about whatever they wanted in the exchange. It was site wide. Anywhere you were on Polo, you could access the troll box. And of course, it was used by spammers and shillers, and they'd go in there and they'd be like, "Oh, everyone go buy whatever it was." And sometimes that was great. And if you listened to the wisdom of the troll box, sometimes you did pretty well. If you didn't, then sometimes that was even better because it was really hit and miss. But the point is that you had a way to interact very, very easily with everybody else. And Flipit gives you this, but across the entire internet. So imagine for a moment that all of us who are listening to this stream right now or watching the stream are big fans of Tesla. Okay, we all go to Tesla.com. Now, if we're all at Tesla.com and we're sitting there, each of us is, imagine a line of people staring at a wall, and each person is unaware of the people to the right and to the left of them. They're all just staring at the same. And what Flipit does is Flipit allows you to turn that page over, and everyone now can interact in a very smooth fashion with everybody else that is there on that website. So instead now of you being alone when you look at a website, you now have the entire internet with you. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad, but now you can have actual conversations. So you flip that page over, you have a live chat, you have the ability to post comments, you have the ability to post reviews. There's going to be some expert sections and things like that, where they have a pretty robust credibility engine that they're in the process of standing up, so that if you have high credibility then in a specific area, then you'll potentially be tagged as an expert, and the things that you say within that area, will be given higher importance. And if you're just like some random person who's showing up on a website to, like fling spittle-flecked insults at people, then that's not going to be highly credible and will eventually fall out. So it has a way of focusing on legitimate discourse, which I think is really cool. We're going to do an AMA with them here pretty soon, but there's just such a ridiculous amount of cool stuff coming along. And, we have a promo video queued. Let's do a promo video. A good Paul just whispered in my ear that there's a promo video queued. So hit it, Paul.
So yeah, in my spare time, I've been able to volunteer with the kids for a couple of months.
Oh, that's amazing. You're so amazing. How do you do that?
Well, I've been pretty lucky in life, so it's good to give something back. Because when you actually see them in their situation, you realise that you have a moral imperative.
We're running it, yeah, all the way. We're running it, we got it made. We got it made.
That's so bad.
You like keywords? Tell me you love keywords. The butterfly if you
Go on, flip it. Don't you just wish life was like that? Well, now it is for websites. Flipit.com makes it possible for you to flip any website around and write right on the back for all to see. You can even chat live with others there. And just like that, you can find the products or services that you really want.
All right, that was pretty cool. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So, anywho, let's move on to Nemesis. All right, so take it away, Mark.
Okay, okie doke. All right. So Nemesis. Whoa. Nemesis Downfall is a play and earn multiplayer FPS featuring both free to play and tournament style gameplay. And we do have a trailer from them before I keep running my mouth. Good Paul, please and thank you. Okie doke. So the game is currently PC client based with future compatibility planned for Android, iOS, and consoles, integrating blockchain to power its in-game economy. Nemesis Downfall combines elements of arcade shooter with special perks and custom classes, offering several game modes including Battle Royale, Deathmatch, and One in the Chamber. Currently, the game features 3 distinct maps and a handful of game modes with more content on the way. And you can jump in right now by visiting nemesisdownfall.com, where you can also earn Indeed tokens while you play. And the key part of Nemesis Downfall ecosystem is its nodes, which support core gameplay and content distribution processes, while licensed node operators play a crucial role by providing the decentralized computational power necessary to host games, distribute software updates, and secure platform. And in return for their contributions, node operators earn ND tokens along with other rewards and privileges as outlined in the Nemesis Downfall node sale white paper. You can find it on their website. And now's your chance to become a node operator and help power the future of Nemesis Downfall. The node sale is currently in the second tier, with the nodes available for $200 a pop. And don't miss out on the opportunity to earn rewards and contribute to the game's ecosystem. And again, you can visit nemesisdownfall.com to purchase your node today. And just a general overview, Nemesis Downfall is built by gamers for gamers, and the team is currently seeking exclusive gameplay testers with the idea that real player feedback is essential to creating a great game. So if this is something you're interested in, make sure to visit their Discord and sign up. It's a super short form. And I gotta tell you, about a week ago or so, I had the opportunity to do what every gamer always wants to do, always wanted to do, always tried to do in a way. I got to sit down with the person in charge at Nemesis Downfall. His name is Cam, and I just got to complain about the game. I got to complain about the grenades killing me all the time, and a bunch of other stuff. And he took the feedback very well, and we just talked through ways of improving things, utilizing what is currently going on, etc., etc. And it's just been generally a good experience playing the game. So make sure to check it out, Nemesis Downfall. And next up, we have Valley Ecosystem. Good, Paul. Let me see that logo. There it is. Okay. A lot of you may already know the Valley ecosystem. It's been in the space for quite a while at this point. But I'm going to give you the breakdown anyway because not everyone has been around, right? So the Valley ecosystem is built on 3 core pillars. There is a game studio, there are arcade cabinets, and the technology. And in short, gaming studio develops and publishes arcade-style games for PC, mobile, and arcade platforms with several exciting titles slated for release this year, end of this year. The arcade the arcade cabinets arm designs, builds, and distributes Valley arcade cabinets to bars, arcades, and barcades worldwide, bringing classic experience to new venues across the globe. All the while, the technology arm is focused on the Valley Wrapper, a revolutionary tool that seamlessly connects these arcade cabinets to blockchain technology, bridging the gap between traditional gaming and decentralized systems completely seamlessly. And instead of me talking about this, we do have a really cool video from Johnny, the founder of Valley. And good Paul, please and thank you.
Hey everyone, we've been receiving a lot of questions on what it is we're building here at Valley, so I figured we could answer those now. My name is Johnny and we're here in the arcade bar that my wife and I own called Happy Valley in Beacon, New York. Valley ecosystem connects people in the arcade to the blockchain seamlessly. We're achieving this by creating Web3 arcade cabinets and a proprietary wrapper software that directly links the physical cabinet to the blockchain. The vast majority of people will be unaware of the underlying tech that is securing their score on a daily global leaderboard that will then reward those same players in our native Valley token. From our research, we are confident that this will be many individuals' first time interacting with the blockchain. The psychology behind seeing a token that you've earned in a wallet that is created automatically for you is powerful. Many people don't know how to get started with cryptocurrency, and we have spent the better part of a year making that process automatic, incredibly secure, and really fun. Valley is also a gaming studio. We are creating arcade titles that not only live in the cabinets, but are playable online via PC, Mac, and mobile. Our first title, Flutter, is a simple, easy-to-pick-up game that gets really hard really fast. We're currently running a tournament for Flutter. We'll put a link in the bio here with more details. This is your first opportunity to earn Valley by placing in our leaderboard. Our Web3 global leaderboard for our games will go live later this year. This tournament is a fun way for players to engage and share their run via gifts that are created automatically for them in-game and earn some Valley while posting those gifts in our Discord to rank on the leaderboard. Our flagship title, Alien Influencer, is an open-world 3D game we're developing in Unity and will be available later this year, 2024. We partnered with Fun Company, who creates cabinets for the likes of Sega and Bandai Namco to build our Valley cabinets. These cabinets are going to be the highest quality, and we'll begin placing them in arcade bars, movie theaters, bowling alleys, family entertainment centers, gaming lounges, anywhere you find an arcade all across the world. We've also partnered with LFG, who takes our business development, marketing strategy, and tokenomics to a whole nother level. Besides developing our own first-party titles, Valley is also a publisher of third-party arcade titles. For a nominal fee, similar to Steam, developers can publish their games on the Valley ecosystem, and they will be playable online as well as in our cabinets globally. A very important aspect to all of this, and something that's very important to me personally, is the fact that none of these games, first or third party, will have any pay-to-win aspects. NFTs will be cosmetic in nature only and offered at very affordable price points. All first and third-party titles will use the Valley token as their reward. We think it's really tough for a single game to sustain an economy based off of a token. Not impossible, but tough. 95% of games fail, and even the ones that are successful can have very short lifespans. As many of us in the space have seen, this can cause extreme volatility to any token that's linked to those games. By creating a single token for the entire ecosystem of games and linking the daily rewards to the daily active users of each game, we plan to have hundreds of arcade titles with varying degrees of success that all reward in Valley. We strive for all of our games to be hits. However, with this model, the success of a handful of games or even one title can boost the entire ecosystem. Decentralization is at the heart of every decision we make. Because of this, we decided not to pre-mine any Valley tokens for our team. Nodes are a big part of decentralization for us. We will have our node sale on September 26, 2024, and those will start at $300. By owning and operating a node for our system, you will be rewarded in daily Valley token. Arcade bars have brought back a tiny bit of the golden age of arcades from the late 70s through 80s. We see hundreds of people coming through our doors every day, and it's amazing to see all walks of life, especially people who wouldn't touch a game otherwise. Our goal at Valley is to bring back the golden age of arcades. When our cabinets go live later this year, it will be the first opportunity to play and earn on the blockchain in an arcade. While you can play and earn on all of our Valley games at home as well, you earn at a higher rate at the arcade. This was intentional to level the playing field. You no longer have to purchase expensive NFTs to earn. You just need to go down to your local arcade. It's an exciting time for us at Valley, and we invite you to join us in our Discord to keep the conversation going. Our node sale is September 26, 2024. Our games are beginning to launch, and our cabinets will start showing up in arcades later this year. Until next time, see you at the arcade.
That Johnny did mention is that, well, the two things. First of all, the Flutter tournament is over, but Johnny said it is the first one and there are more to come. And the other thing, and I'm fairly certain I'm allowed to say this, but in case I'm not, I heard Johnny talk about it. I think it was in a public forum, but he did say that currently Valley is on track to onboarding around 100 third-party games by the end of next year. So there will be plenty of titles for you to play. And let's talk a little more about the nodes, because the nodes are a vital component of the Valley ecosystem, serving the decentralized backbone for high score verification and storage of global leaderboards across all games. And this decentralized infrastructure ensures a robust, scalable network. Valley nodes are also a key to platform's governance, allowing node owners to actively participate in decision-making through voting mechanisms. This structure empowers the community to shape the ecosystem's direction, fostering engagement and ensuring the network evolves based on the player needs and preferences. But that's not all, because node operators will also receive daily Valley rewards for supporting the ecosystem. Additionally, operators will gain exclusive access to future titles and events. And my favorite part is that if you purchase one of the first 500 nodes, Valley will also include an arcade cabinet license, allowing you to build your own Valley cabinet that earns at the same level as the official Valley arcade cabinets. I feel like I said cabinets a little too much in that one paragraph, but as of now, 161 nodes have been sold, and we're currently in the second tier of nodes. And each node is available for $325 a pop, and you can get a 5% discount by asking your favorite content creator for a Valley referral code, or you can ask a friend and your referral code will do, really. And while we're on the topic of referrals, you can get your very own free Valley node if your 5 referrals purchase a node. So make sure to tell a friend, make sure to spread the word. Aneeda?
That was awesome. Okay, so I was super excited to see that clip about Happy Valley, because, oh my God, the arcade area, you guys, it was so much fun. Like, okay, this is going to date me, but when I was younger, we used to just run to the arcade because we had nothing better to do. You know, you'd stack your quarters, everyone would play. It was just a banging place to be. And since I grew up, I haven't seen any, so I'm really sad. So seeing all of this come back has made me super, super, super excited. So yay, I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are too. And especially 90s kids, you guys better be real good at Flutter, okay? I know what you guys were playing. You guys better be good at it. Anyway, let's move on to Magneto HR. All right, so it looks like we have a clip of Magneto HR, so let's get that playing. Oh, just the logo. Okay. So anyways, I guess we don't have a video. So we're going to talk about Magneto HR and what it is. So Magneto HR is a cutting-edge job board and a recruiting platform powered by blockchain and AI, designed to dramatically reduce both the cost and time associated with traditional recruiting. And so by slashing recruitment time by 50% and offering costs well below the global average of $2,400 per hire, and this is as reported by the Society of Human Resource Management. Now, Magneto HR is set to revolutionize the recruitment industry. With a global labor market of 3.4 billion employees, Magneto HR aims for a 5% penetration rate, you guys, translating to a potential of 170 million users and $17 billion in annual revenue from candidates alone. So add this to the revenue potential from businesses, and Magneto HR could capture 18.7 billion annually. And this is just 1% of the global businesses on board. So altogether, Magneto HR is poised to unlock a $30 $5 billion plus annual revenue opportunity by addressing inefficiencies of traditional recruitment. How awesome does that sound? Because hiring is a hell of a pain. Okay, so why not get the help where you need it, right? So what sets Magneto HR apart is its advanced matching algorithms powered by artificial intelligence. So these algorithms both analyze candidates' profiles and job requirements with unmatched precision and continuously improving them as they learn. So yay to AI, that's what they do, right? And here is how it works. Now, comprehensive candidate profiles, they're encouraged to create detailed profiles that go way beyond professional experience and skills. Profiles include preferences for industry, company culture, location, strengths, weaknesses, aptitudes, and salary expectations. The job requirement analysis. Now, the job postings on Magneto HR are equally as detailed, highlighting required qualifications as well as company culture, values, and other important factors. So AI-powered matching is Magneto HR's AI analysis that takes on both candidate profiles and job postings to assess skill compatibility, experience level, and location. Preferences and also cultural fit. Now, this machine learning algorithm will continuously go ahead and refine themselves, making the match process way more accurate over time. So by harnessing the power of blockchain and AI, Magneto HR is creating a more efficient, faster, and cost-effective recruitment process. So that sounds pretty damn good. It cuts out all the little headaches in between, and it saves you money, and it's going to make you money. Sounds pretty damn good, right? What do you think?
I'm thinking it's pretty sweet.
I would say so too. It sounds pretty great to me. Like, why would you not want to be efficient, save money, make money? You know?
If you ever wondered why it's such a pain to find a job, I gotta tell you that nobody's having a good time, whether it is the company recruiting or a potential candidate, because in order to hire a single person, it takes about 20% of their annual salary to do so, and the time frame for that is, I think it caps out at 120 days, which is just ridiculous. 4 months of a position just being open because people are not able to find a good fit because there isn't a good way to do it. But luckily, we do have a solution. And they also have a note sale going. So go and check out their website. Make sure that you know what's going on, because when this thing happens, when this thing hits, you will want to be on there.
Do we have a link for Magneto HR?
Yeah, we do.
Is this
All
thing
right.
on?
It sure is. We got you.
Yay. Sorry about that, guys. I was sitting here and all of a sudden it said disconnected, and all I saw was my own stupid face staring back at me. So you can go back on video, Paul, if you want, or if not, I can continue being off. It looks like connection's stable now, though. One of the things that I hope to have happen here is we continue to build out mission control and there we go. As we continue to build out this mission control show and all of that, is I'd like to get, yay, there I am.
There he is.
Hello.
I would like to get more of these teams on here talking to you guys themselves. Because it's one thing for us to say like, oh yeah, here's what they do, but it's an entirely different situation to allow you guys to sort of grill them, if you will, because ultimately I think that's a very, very important part of this entire journey of learning and education that everyone goes on as far as this stuff goes. And all of these teams that we've talked to and that we've talked about are super robust, but it'd be better if you guys have direct access to them. And so fortunately, they have their own Discords that you can drop in and ask questions, and all of that. But it's a pretty cool thing to be able to have us bring everyone together to have an actual conversation about stuff. Where are we on the run of show?
We are at the Q&A.
Q&A, questions
Awesome.
time, y'all.
So AMA, what do you guys got? What questions do you have?
I got a good one from Mr. Zorro. He's asking...
Mr. Zorro.
Yeah, Mr. Zorro. So
Mr. Zorro's amazing.
he's a good dude, I'm sure. I see he has cool glasses on the PFP. I'm all for that.
Dude, he has those cool glasses. I have had both dinner and breakfast with Mr. Zorro, and he is always wearing those glasses. Like, always. Mr. Zorro is always wearing those glasses, and he is, like, let's be fair, when we all met up in Miami, we were his posse, not the other way around. So you can tell from the picture. Anyway, what was his question?
So he's asking, how will Flipit reviews make a difference in comparison to the regular Google review system?
Well, so the regular Google review system, when you go and you post a review on Google, there really isn't an easy way. I mean, I guess they are kind of account bound, but it's not your Google reviews aren't part of a larger social media experience. Okay, so if every time you placed a Google review, it also showed up on Twitter and Facebook, it'd be a different scenario, as opposed to, if you leave a Google review, just as sort of this thing that disappears into, and I think I've left like 1 or 2 Google reviews in my life, and they're just these weird, disconnected, floating things that aren't really tied to anything. Oh God, we lost Aneeda. Oh no. Webcam utility. So, with Flipit, though, what it does is it ties your reviews into everything else that you do with Flipit and in the Flipit ecosystem. So your posts, if I go to your Flipit page, Mark, I can see everything that you've said, everything that you've done, and I can know, if you're a person who like actually knows what they talk about, or you're not, based on your other reviews, based on your level of credibility, based on your experience, how you sort of comport yourself in other places. All of these things make a difference, and you can sort of see that like Yelp is a great place to sort of see how these things can come together. Because if you go and you see like a 1-star Yelp review, and you click on that person's profile, you see all of the rest of the shit that they've said. And, if there's a person who consistently leaves 1-star Yelp reviews, you can safely sort of discount that. But one of the things with Flipit is that it makes it so that all of these things are kind of brought together. So it's an entirely new social media network is what it is.
Can I interject here with something that I think is particularly interesting with Flipit?
No, we're not allowed to talk. You're not allowed to talk, Levi. What are you doing? What are you talking about? No.
Why is he
I'm
still
doing it
here,
anyways.
bro?
I'm taking over. Google review. Where do you have to go to post a Google review?
Like, I guess
You have to
the
go to
business,
Google, right?
Google Maps
You
of all
want to
things.
leave a Yelp review. Where do you have to go? Yelp. You want to leave a Flipit review. Where do you have to go? Any website.
To the back
Any
of the page.
website.
Just go wherever you want to post that review and flip it.
That's very powerful, actually.
So accessibility is one thing, and I would like to take a step back because we've sort of talked about how this could be useful for a blockchain native person, how this could be useful in the sense of traditional Google reviews. But in my personal life, I vet websites at least once a day. Because my wife consistently asks me, she's scrolling through Instagram and she's like, this store looks really cool. Can you see if they're real or if it's fake? So I spend like 20 minutes going through a bunch of pages, through a bunch of websites, through Reddit, trying to find anything on that store. And it's just a huge pain in the ass. But with Flipit, I could just flip the page and see what other people are talking about, what people have purchased, how the shipping works, et cetera, without having to go through their terms of service, without having to dig through a million websites. All of that would be just on the back of the page.
Makes a huge difference. I mean, and from Web3, Levi, have I ever shared about what we managed to secure for LFG there? I don't know that I've ever mentioned it.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so one of the things that's really cool about Flipit, and this all ties into token utility and things like that, is they have in the long term they're going to have a couple different sections, and there's going to essentially be on every well, not every website, but certain websites in certain industries. Let's go ahead and just take automotive as an example. There's going to be a normal tab, and then there's going to be sort of the experts tab. Now, that experts tab, if you have high credibility in that particular industry, if you're recognized as an expert, if, you know, all of your different profiles connect to say like, oh shit, this guy actually knows what he's talking about. He's commented on 500 car websites, and he's an engineer for Ford. You know, he probably knows what the hell he's talking about. We're going to go ahead and flag that person as an expert. Now, that person now, anytime they say something, okay, everybody can see it, okay, on the main feed. But if you just want to access high quality content and just stuff from experts, then you can click on the experts tab. Now, in almost every industry, this experts tab is essentially paywalled. Okay, so you have to actually burn Flipit tokens in order to access that experts tab. Now, when Mike originally pitched this to me as a thing, you know, he's like, "Oh, it'll be great." So, you know, on Web3 websites, you have to, you know, burn tokens to have people access the experts tab. And I said, no, we don't do that. If you're on a Web3 website, okay, and it has been like categorized as Web3, okay, experts, like actual experts, are the people that you really, really, as a user, need to be able to hear from very, very easily. Because an expert is the person who will be able to tell you most quickly whether or not the thing that you are looking at is a scam. And so on all Web3 sites out there, that experts tab is going to have an LFG logo down in the corner of it, and it's going to say truth and transparency in Web3 protected by LFG. And so every single website that you go to that is a Web3 related thing, that experts tab will be visible. So if somebody comes in who is an expert and says, hey, this project is a total fucking scam, and here's links, that project can't hide those like they can. You can't make it like a Reddit where you control the narrative, or a Discord where you delete posts and ban people. You know, you have the ability at that point in time to be very, very open about, you know, about the project. And I think that that's super important in Web3, and that's how we protect ourselves, you know, as an industry. That truth and transparency is incredibly important.
Absolutely.
And you sort of already answered that question, but Bobcap is asking if there will be censorship, or whether or not users will be able to post whatever they want.
There is, especially right now, as things get started, like not all of the posts are currently on chain. Okay, posts are currently, it is a database at this point in time, which is to be expected, because that's how it was originally built, and they're in the process of building the you know, necessary pieces to put it all on chain. So right now there is, I think that you would call it kind of a common sense amount of censorship. You know, it's one of those it's one of those things that in the internet, it's pretty well known that if you leave anything alone for too long, it becomes essentially a cesspool pretty quickly. So there is a degree of say again?
Norton flies, yeah.
Yeah. There is a degree of not censorship, but not letting people post illegal shit. In the long run, the way that things are set up is, and Mike could go on about this, and in fact, we're going to be doing an AMA, so you can talk directly to Mike about everything that he's doing and everything that he's doing in AI and how that connects with Flipit, and you know, his you know, he's got a ridiculous rag that runs on the back on content, and it like absolutely freaking amazing, some of the stuff that's going on. But you can talk to him directly about that. But the idea in the long run is not to have a company doing that moderation, but instead have a community doing that moderation, and have have the credibility of individual users factor into moderation decisions to a great degree. So that, if somebody who's I guess a power user flags content and says this content is illegal and is going to bring all sorts of stuff crashing down on us, then what it would do is it would simply the term IPFS is quite literally taking out the trash. It's just basically where content gets pinned to IPFS, and then if there's ever a point in time where that content is no longer needed, it's essentially unpinned. I was going to say depinned, but terminology will get confusing given everything else going on. It would get unpinned from the ecosystem and then eventually fall out the bottom. I'm not so worried about what people say in text. That sort of stuff doesn't really bother me. It's just when people start posting images that really shouldn't exist that becomes problematic. And unfortunately, with the internet, that's always a fucking thing that people end up doing because people are assholes. So that's the long-term goal, though, is for community moderation, not individual, censorship.
I'm really looking forward to that because I can already see like fishing forums, people talking like absolute smack about different fishing baits and stuff like that. That's where I'm going to be at.
I've started a movement against pickle.com. Just throwing that out there. It's a real thing.
Wait. I know it. What was the deal there, though? There was some sort of shenanigans.
I don't like that there is such a beautiful domain as pickle.com, and they use it as a redirect to designpickle.com. I think that's ludicrous, and I think we should do something about it.
We should take the pickle back.
Yes. You own pickle.com. Come on.
Can we get like Zach De La Rocha in here? You gotta take the pickle back.
Yeah,
we can do it. It'd be great.
I'll send them to the back of pickle.com.
Perfect.
Speaking of which, for anybody that wants to join me with pickle.com and my movement,
this dude,
I'm not dropping it. I'm going to be meeting with the Flipit folks later tonight to confirm the beta code stuff and get that out the door, just as an update to anybody that was curious earlier.
Perfect. That makes me very happy. Please do. And Levi, I'm also going to send you. I'm going to send you a bunch of emails. If you could reply to those emails with codes, that would be super.
Of course.
Perfect. Or just yeet them through the API, I guess, and invite them that way. That's fine too. What other questions do people have? Let's do this for another 10 minutes, unless people are out of questions, or in case my internet dies again.
I'm looking through YouTube chats and Discord, and I'm not finding anything. I might be looking in the wrong place, but I feel like we answered everything. Maybe, sort of, kind of.
Nobody has any questions.
Nobody has any questions. Well, what should we talk about? I saw there was a rather scathing video that was posted yesterday. That was yesterday, right, or earlier today, or something.
Yeah, I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, that some content creator went through and kind of picked on Gala a little bit, and I talked a little bit about this in the chat. It's not, and as a person who was involved in some of the decisions and things like that, that's not a. They've had to make some really, really tough calls, and it's not been easy for them. Again, though, I'm very happy I'm not there, having to be a part of that sort of decision-making process any longer, and I'm very happy to be here with LFG. But I just wanted to a certain extent give my support to Gala and the ecosystem, because they are doing a lot of the things that they're supposed to be doing right now. They're working hard at decentralization. They're working hard at getting Gala chain integrated into exchanges. And hopefully they'll be able to share some stuff with everybody, soon on that. But, it's not been an easy journey to get to, where they are now. So, yeah.
It's a lot of work, and What's that? What's it's like? Don't cry in front of your kids type deal, or don't see you cry. It's something to that effect. It's very
don't
true.
let your children see you cry.
Something to that. No matter how hard things are in your life, you don't let your kids see that you're going through hard. Like, you keep a strong face, you keep pushing through.
Sure.
There's a lot of stuff, trust me, that goes on in the background that the community's probably never going to know about. And that's unfortunately just kind of how it goes. There's tough decisions that had to be made based on things that you don't know about.
Yeah.
And it may make them look bad, but they had to make those decisions.
Yeah. But again, hey, we don't work there anymore. So,
no, we don't.
You know, now we are not part of any of those or that entire process. No. But I am very much looking forward to seeing the continued decentralization and the work on Galachain and integration and all of that. Less excited about Telegram tappers, but that's a decision that they are, you know, advancing on their own information that I don't have access to. So they wouldn't do it if it didn't make some kind of sense somewhere. So I'm just assuming that they know things that I don't, which is very true.
I see
anything
Rocket
else?
Life. Yeah, I see Rocket Life asking about LFG cards.
LFG cards. Oh yeah. Oh shit. There's two other things that we got to talk about. I just realized. One is the LFG cards, and the other is the .lfg domains.
Yes.
So if you haven't yet, get your LFG domains from Unstoppable Domains. You can go and make those purchases. These domains are going to be important in the ecosystem in the future. So go make sure you get your name, because you're going to be able to use it for some pretty cool stuff in the future that I can't tell you about yet.
Can we get the link
and then
dropped?
the LFG, say again?
Can we get the link dropped for our audience?
Yep.
Thank you.
Oh, yes. Somebody do that. I obviously can't from my silly phone right now.
UnstoppableDomains.com, Mr. Paul.
Yeah. And in terms of LFG cards, so basically this is something that was supposed to have been done for Token. It was supposed to have been done for Token 2049. It was not done. This is a thing where we've partnered with another company that actually does this, and this is the thing that they do. And there has been a few delays on their platform, and they're doing a platform relaunch and all of that. So this is essentially the delay in that process. But literally, they just sent me a message this morning that says, okay, let's meet and review and hopefully, fingers crossed, everything's ready to go, and then we can kick that live, and then everyone will be able to order. We've got a bunch of these things ready to go, and they are pretty cool. It's just that they have to be connected in with their platform, because it's not a thing we do. We don't do bank stuff. So we have to have a partner for that. And, unfortunately, their delays become our delays. But yeah, that's where it is. And so hopefully this gets unlocked within the next few days.
BGN asks, what's an LFG domain?
An LFG domain is .lfg. You can actually get a .lfg domain name from Unstoppable Domains. The cool thing about it is you can connect it with a whole bunch of different wallets, so it can actually become your identity in blockchain. So, for example, if ChairBandit had a .lfg, if he had ChairBandit.lfg, then I could just go to... I'm sure you do. I could just go to MetaMask and I could send him, Ethereum to ChairBandit.lfg. So it doesn't have to be a, big, gigantic Ethereum address. You can actually link that up. And I think they have 800 different wallet services that support the use of Unstoppable Domains. And so that becomes the easiest way for you to, transfer things in crypto. So, yeah. That's that. Check them out. They're quite affordable too. Like unless you're trying to get like a 3 or 4 letter domain, like most of them that I saw, like if you have a decently long name, it's like a couple bucks.
Yeah.
So you should definitely check it out.
It's not like
a.
Out, but I was gonna say like most of them are like they're $2. Like they're cheap.
Yeah.
Grab one, secure it.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that you know, when you sort of when you have that, that's the other thing, is that once you buy it, it's yours forever. There's no renewal fee. It's not an annual thing like a .com. It's like, you've bought it, it's yours. You have an NFT of it. You can resell it if you want. You know, do whatever you want. It's yours.
And General Kaizen is asking for a tutorial, so I'm just going to give a brief. Literally, all you need to do is to go to Unstoppable Domains, and then at the top in the search bar, type in generalkaizen.lfg, hit enter, and it's going to pop up. You will be able to see whether or not it's claimed and how much you will have to pay for it. You can pay with crypto, and then you just need to connect your wallet, attach it, and you're good to go.
You should stream
as simple as
yourself
that.
buying generalkaizen.lfg.
I agree. Well, guys, is there any other questions? I think we got a couple more minutes left.
Not seeing any questions, but we do have a cool leak. At least I believe it's a leak from Valley. I've not seen this posted in their Discord. Good
Oh my
poll.
God.
Yeah, the leak. Thank you.
That made me so happy. I'm sorry. Thank you, good Paul.
All right, good poll. If you could queue up Obsolete Souls, it's a third-party game that's coming onto the Valley ecosystem.
Music though?
Right? I was going to say the same thing.
I was bopping that whole time.
That's what I was doing.
Dude, that slaps, and it's great to see some Aipi representing there. I have a special spot in my heart for the Haitian people, and I at first I did not understand sort of the scenes of carnage interspersed with like the island rhythms, and then it's like, oh, Haitian Creole, okay, I'm here for it. So that was super cool. I really want to know more about that. Do we know more about that?
I will let you know once I know.
Okay, perfect. We're gonna find out more. That was super cool. I loved it. I loved the beat. Absolutely slapped, and you know, that was very fun. But
I've got one good question, I think, that might kind of wrap everything up and send us out. Rocket Life asks, what's LFG's plan until the end of 2024?
Oh, that's a We do not have time for that right now.
It's a big one.
It's
Too big, perhaps.
It's so. Yeah, it's a little too big. It's so man. Fuck. So here's the deal: is we are aware that people are how do I say this? People in Web3, especially in Web3 gaming, are frustrated. We know that is the case. We know that people feel that things have not in Web3 gaming gone the way that they wanted. We know that a lot of people are sort of angry at the state of the space in general. And right now, I know it feels like we're kind of, sort of a consultancy almost to help people. And that's true. We are a full service Web3 foundry. We are here to help onboard people. But we're working on stuff that's a lot bigger. And I can't go into it right now. Hopefully I will be able to over the next month. And then from there could be some very interesting sort of expansions and permutations. Hopefully you guys will be happy with that. I know that's not
perfect
useful information. I mean, it's like a hashtag boon, I don't know, but there's a lot of stuff that's moving, guys, and I spend a very large chunk of my time working with other people in this industry, finding ways to make the industry as a whole better. And that's a lot of time sitting down, talking with people, talking to executives in the space, talking to exchanges, talking to major market players about what is needed. And I think that one of the key things is that I think the community needs a much greater sense of involvement, and that's something that we hope to bring in the long run. So I don't want to go into any of that in more detail right now because I can't. But there's a lot of stuff that's in flight right now, and as soon as I can, I will definitely read everyone into it.
You heard it here, folks. Make sure to like.
Before we go,
make sure to subscribe. Oh.
I was going to say, I had a question for the audience, but you already beat me to it. I was going to ask them, have you guys liked and subscribed yet? Because I'm looking at our likes, and I'm seeing 3, y'all. What's happening there?
You gotta refresh. Paul, can you hit me with that subscribe button again?
Boom. There we go. It's
like and subscribe, y'all.
I missed the last
keep the news flowing.
And thank you guys so much for and this goes to the LFG team as well as everyone else who is listening. Thank you guys for coming out. I'm gonna hop into Discord here for a few minutes before I was gonna go back to sleep, but it's like 6:19 in the morning now. It's light outside. I think I'm doomed.
I think you deserve a coffee.
I do deserve a coffee, and they do have great coffee in Vietnam. Vietnamese coffee
Oh my god, yes!
Like,
Viet coffees are the best.
It'll blow the top of your head off. I did the first time I was in Ho Chi Minh City. I sat down at a cafe with Eugene from DWF, and I drank like 4 Vietnamese coffees. And you're not supposed to do that.
Were you vibrating? Because
I was. I phased through the wall. I was like vibrating so much I could phase through things. It was pretty impressive. It's a superpower. I only stopped because I was afraid I'd get stuck. If I stopped vibrating, on my way through a wall. But yeah, it's impressive stuff. So I'm gonna go get some of that, and I will see you guys all on the flip side. So peace out, and have a wonderful day, and catch you all soon.